to green your house at all?
Well, we're fortunate to live in beautiful Seattle, so the city makes it relative to many other cities easier to recycle your garbage rather than making it garbage, and easier to use up your garden waste in a productive way, and then we use cloth diapers for our new baby. And when our twins still used diapers, we used cloth diapers because I think it may be diapers might be the number 3 landfill piece of garbage, stinky garbage. That's the number 3 pile of waste. So if you have a little cloth diaper service nearby, that's good. And we don't have any cows in Seattle because apparently cow farts are a big, enormous, some would argue, #1 problem. We need to harness the energy of cow farts. So I'll do what I can. And I drive a Prius too, which I like especially because when I put it in reverse, it has a little camera in the back, and I can get really close to the people behind me really quickly and make them real nervous, and then stop all of a sudden, and I look the whole time like I'm not even looking behind me.
And also, I know your friends with Julia Roberts have you arranged any play dates with your children, your newborn babies?
Well, they would be. You could watch them together at the moment, so we haven't had any. But we've got outfits that we exchanged.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Hey guys, I know you
Hello.
always using your music as a tool to raise awareness about the environment, like with Farm Aid. I know you guys are heavily involved with Farm Aid. And how would you compare this with the initiatives of Live Earth? And in a perfect world, everybody did their part. What would you imagine the world to be like?
Well, I think that's all sort of it's all connected. I think what Farm Aid is now focused on more is the quality of the farming, and it's also whether we're growing organically or using local food, so we don't have to transport as much of what we eat from other sides of the world, which uses a lot of energy. If you eat an apple from a tree in your garden, it obviously takes less energy than bringing an apple from Washington to New York. And New York, it's famous for apples. So you could do that. That's sort of the focus of Farm Aid, and I think that all ties in to this very much. And probably benefits of this sort or initiatives of this sort, the concern for the health of the planet are probably, if there's not a crossover, if there's not legitimate shared territory, it seems a little strange. I think all these sort of things will end up sort of facing the same direction, like help save our asses.
Thank you.
Hey guys, one of the points of the pledge that the Live Earth organizers have asked people to sign is for them to support some kind of global treaty in the next 2 years that will limit carbon, emissions, and the U.S. would sign up for. And we know the U.S. didn't sign on to the Kyoto protocols. Is there something specific globally, some specific treaty that you would like to see embraced by your fans out there? They're looking for a little opinion leadership.
Well, I think Kyoto's it's a great treaty. The treaties are all good and well, but what I think what this whole event is about is much more about getting governments to stand up. Because really, this is a wonderful thing that we all get together and shout at the same time. But truly, governments they make the laws, so they really can make the changes and go further than just saying, yeah, it'd be great to be really good. So the pressure comes from people to do what they can, really raising our voices in who we vote for, and then really asking people to put their money where their mouth is and start saying, it may be inconvenient for a short period of time, but we really have to act on what we say we want. And it's up to the governments because they truly have the power. So it's not, I think Kyoto's a perfectly good treaty. The real important thing is to follow through. I mean, to a large degree, that treaty was born from this country, and there's a big irony in the fact that you can go and promise them, or you have to come back and talk to the Senate and Congress and get them to say, okay, we need to get the government to understand that this is something we're serious about, and that people, because we're essentially powerless if our governments just ignore us. And in a democracy, you hope that on occasion they would pay heed rather than just saying, yeah, you're absolutely right.
And just a quick follow-up on that. I mean, most of the experts say one of these issues, or one way to make people use less fuel, is to simply make it cost more, and that would be a tax. How do you?
Well, I would say it's like with taxes. I guess I say, well, I'm happy to pay taxes, but I'm also overpaid. So and I'm not complaining about it. Believe me. I wouldn't care if gas prices went up, but that's because, again, I'm one of the fortunate few. But I do believe that making access to polluting fuels, whether it's from electricity or whether it's from the cars we drive, I think that is going to help a lot. But I think it also should be put in the hands of the auto producers and the fuel producers to really come up with alternatives, because they can do it on a massive scale. And in truth, it can be profitable if you give the tax incentives. If you put the tax incentives in the right direction, I think you can make big difference.